Are you considering moving out to Navarre, Florida? If you are, you're in the right video, because in here we're going to go over all the things that you need to know while considering moving here to Navarre, or here where I am today is Navarre Beach, and considering, is it worth it? Is it really worth it for me to head out here? We're going to go ahead and hit on all the key things that you'll need to know, to include housing, schools, about the location, traffic, things to do, about the community, and everything else. So stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore here in the beautiful Destin-Fort Walton Beach area, and today we are here in Navarre Beach. So you're going to walk around with me here today. If this is your first time to our channel, we do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about our area. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Now, honestly, we get tons of phone calls, emails, texts, people that are moving to these areas, got some questions, need some help, and well, we absolutely love it. So go ahead, give us a call, text, email, whatever you got to do. We got your back. We're moving here to Navarre or anywhere here on the Emerald Coast. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's start talking a bit about our housing situation here in Navarre. One thing I do like about this is most everything out here is pretty darn new. Even here on Navarre Beach, you can see that there's a lot of construction. We'll pan behind me a little bit here. There's a lot of new constructions. Of course, over here is right on the water. And a lot of these things have been rehabbed as well. As we get more into the mainland, you're gonna find that a lot of these have been built within the past 10 years or so, which really gives it that modern sort of look. A lot of these lots that they've built out are all half-acre lots or so you get a lot of space in between your neighbors as well. So what does that really look like for you if you're looking to purchase a home? Our median price out here in Navarre here at the beginning of 2024 is about $420,000. Not too bad for the big homes that you're going to be able to get. Now that's all the way up to about 3.2 mil, which of course you can find something beautiful here on the water, and as low as 65,000. Now, if you're looking for something to rehab, maybe a trailer to rehab, that's probably the price that you're going to find. But you're going to find that we're going to have a lot of newer homes, like I mentioned before. A lot of these, if they're older homes, have been rehabbed or just straight torn down, and we're able to really get a lot of new community. Hey, pup. So the schools here, if you go onto niche.com or any of these other websites, are rated around a B+. I want to remind you too, if you are looking at that, don't take that as a solid fact. Really be indicative of what the school systems are, because a lot of the times the people that are rating these may be the actual kids and they got some beef with it. So we've seen those ratings kind of go around. But what I would say is go on and read the reviews, because a lot of the parents, even some of the kids, are going out there and actually putting in what they know about the schools and things like that. And I can tell you specifically for this area, people love it. People love the schools around here. And I think that really plays into why they're keeping kids in the school system here for that long. So I wouldn't be too worried about the ratings if you're looking for your kiddos there. Now the location's great. If you haven't been here before, it's pretty awesome. You're actually halfway in between Pensacola and Destin. So if you're looking for those things to do, if you want to go out and catch a hockey game, yeah, we have hockey here, or baseball or something like that, or get to some better restaurants, or just be in a medium-sized city, Pensacola is not too far for you to go. And of course you have Pensacola Beach if you want the active sort of beach lifestyle. Now outside of that, you've got your other way into Fort Walton, into Destin, and there it's Destin. It's where all the rest of the tourists go, and there's tons and tons of stuff for you to do for you and your family. And you have, of course, the beach on Okaloosa Island in Fort Walton. You've got the Crab Island. You've got all those things, and of course, wonderful restaurants for you to go through in that area. So it's kind of placed perfectly, if you ask me. It's perfectly placed for people that want to be around the action, but not directly into it. You know what I mean? So it's pretty good. The only problem that I'm going to say with the location is the traffic. All right, the traffic drives me insane just because of my job, having to go back and forth. But if you're going to be going westbound from Fort Walton, Destin area, anytime between about 2 p.m. to about 7, man, that traffic is tough and it gets backed up. So your best partner for mitigating the traffic is going to be your Google Maps app or Waze or whatever that you're going to be using. They'll give you traffic updates to give you a realistic view of you know, how long it's actually going to take to get to certain places, because it can sit there. Now, I would say that during the on season, the tourist season, that can change really at any time. We really seem to get backed up coming into Fort Walton, usually early in the mornings on the weekends. That's going to be a big thing when you look at that. Also, some other things to consider is that if there is an accident in this area, there's really not a lot of other ways to get around things. We do have one way to get up to I-10 to go around, but because of the military installation in the water, we really can't get around different areas. So if you've been in other cities where they have a good traffic and they've got different ways around things, we don't really have that here. So if there is some sort of accident, you could be sitting there for hours at times. But luckily that doesn't happen too often, and we're still able to get traffic still moving. Now, things to do out here, well, you've got the beach, right? You've got this awesome bike path that I'm on right now that actually goes pretty much all the way down into Pensacola Beach. So if you're a runner like I am, or you like to get on a bike or just peruse around like we're doing now, this is a good place for you to go. So you can have that access to do those certain things. But the big part now is we're getting a lot of new infrastructure. This is at the beginning of 2024. So instead of like, you know, 2 or 3 restaurants that's out here, there's actually a heck of a lot more. They've really built out this infrastructure now. So we have new restaurants. We got a Buffalo Wild Wings. I know that's a chain restaurant, but still, it's nice to be able to have that out here, especially during football season. We see a lot of different shops, little mini malls. They put in a whole bunch of new apartments out here. So to help with that, to help the businesses, we've seen a lot more of those shops kind of pop up as much as restaurants, coffee shops, what have you. And of course, there's tons of trails. We're on one right now. You could probably see how beautiful it is around here, and you could just come out here and enjoy that as well. And of course, what's there to do? I mean, you got the beach. The beach is great here. Navarre Beach has been voted one of the most relaxing beaches in all of Florida. So if you're looking for that more relaxed atmosphere and you just want to be in a quick jump over the bridge to get here, man, this is the place for you guys, all right? Next is the community. The community is really nice. It's very laid back. We have a lot of people that are veterans out here as well because of the, 6 military installations that we have around here. And because of that, we see that a lot of people take care of their homes, right? They'll stick around for a while. And it's interesting, the communities. It's actually one of the reasons I decided to move back to this area after my service in the Air Force. And it was because of that community. We have a ton of veterans. We're also really close to Alabama. So we have that southern hospitality that comes with this area. And if you haven't ever been around it, because I originally grew up in New York, it will take you by surprise. It's actually really nice to have people actually kind of care about you, to randomly say hi on the street. You know, it's pretty cool. And of course, we're in Florida. So we got the Florida isms and the Florida peoples, and transplants like myself that are now Florida peoples. So it gets a little bit crazy. It gets really nice and respectful. Man, I can't think of a better place I want to be. So it's a really nice community. Also, crime here is pretty darn low as well, which you're gonna see if you see anything. You can go to areas like areavibe.com and other different ones that are going to give you the statistics for this area. If you are going to see that, you'll see property crimes and things like that, but nothing too high, really nothing that really rates very well in comparison to some major or even medium-sized cities like you're going to see in Pensacola, or really even in Destin, but even those aren't ranking very high. I can tell you, I've lived all around the United States, even all around the world, and it's very relaxed here. Very much so. So other things to consider as well when you are coming here, you want to make sure that you find the best area for you, whether it's growing or whether it's about to be redone. The good news that you're going to be looking at here is that we're kind of in a bubble. If you're looking to purchase some sort of real estate out here, everything, despite what you're going to see everywhere else, it just tends to go up. Whether we see a little bit dip nationally or anything like that, we typically don't see as major of an issue with that as we continue to see the interest rates rise at this time and sales to kind of slow. We still here are seeing an increase in appreciation and really don't see anything past 5 or 6 years that says that we're going to see anything different. So you're going to be really safe if you decide to come out here and invest into real estate. So I would say if you're going to move out here, you want this atmosphere and everything that I talked about. Is it worth it? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, it's worth it, as long as you could deal with the traffic. As long as you could deal with the traffic. All right, well, that's all that I do have for you for moving to Navarre, Florida. Is it worth it? All right. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned here, please leave it in the comments below if you are listening on our audios, all right? There'll be some information coming here in a minute. Go ahead, give us a call or text at that number. We'd love to have a conversation with you to see if this is the right place or anywhere around here is gonna be the right place for you. But again, my name is Tim Whittemore. I'm with the Whittemore Group here with LPT Realty. We'll see you in our next video. Take care, guys.